the spirit of the season, I thought that I would tell you a spooky story about the time that I saw a ghost while I was on a date with a guy while I take off my makeup. And starting out, I'm just going to be using the Hard Candy Makeup Remover Spray. I honestly really love this. So this was probably about like 2 or 3 years ago. And if you're familiar with Seattle at all, we were in the Ballard neighborhood and we went to this fancy restaurant. We had this like delicious like steak dinner. And this is probably like our 5th or 6th date. Like we've been hanging out for a while at this point because we were having so much fun. We decided to keep the night going. So we went around a corner to this bar that I've never been to that the waitress suggested because it was getting pretty late and there weren't that many places that were still open. And let me tell you, as soon as my foot crossed that threshold, an absolute chill started at the back of my neck and went all the way up to the top of my head. And let me tell you, this is not the first time I have been in a haunted place. I've had a paranormal experience. I've been having them since I was a kid. So the second I felt that, like my stomach just dropped and I was like, oh no. And as the hostess was walking us over to our table, which was like up on this like loft thing, I was like, all right, well, he was gonna find out sooner or later, so I might as well just tell him now. And we sit down and we get our first drink and we're chatting and I'm like sitting there like twirling my hair like, oh my God, you're so funny, you're so interesting. And at the same time, I feel like someone is literally just like looming over me, looking over my shoulder, just like staring at me, and I'm just trying so hard like like not to look over my shoulder, like what the hell, please leave me alone, like back off. So we popped down to the bar to grab a drink before last call and I couldn't hold my tongue anymore. I asked the bartender, I was like, girl, you gotta be honest with me, is this place haunted? He was like, how much time do you have, because I could tell you all the stories. And I was like, yeah, I knew it, like it's popping in here. And of course, as soon as we get back to the table, he looks at me like, so do you care to explain where that question came from? Like, what was that? And of course, I had to give him my whole backstory, which honestly, he took it really well. He was like, yeah, I've had some spooky experiences too. And then of course, the creepiest part of the night, as we're getting ready to leave, I remember I looked up over it would have been his right shoulder, into like the back corner of the bar. And again, we're on this loft level, so there was nobody back there. I see this black outline of a figure just like sitting in the booth behind him. And I'm like, we need to go. Like after 33 years of this stuff doesn't really scare me anymore. I'm kind of just like, can you please not? Like, I am on a date with a cute guy. I look adorable. My makeup looks incredible. My body is tea right now. Can you please stop? Like,